Hello, what's up guys, how you doing? It is Lasty here, welcome to Sunday, welcome to Random Pick Day. So, I wanted to kind of like splurge on some good players today for this video, so that's exactly what I've done. Now if you guys do enjoy it, I would greatly appreciate a thumbs up on the video. It means a hell of a lot to me. Thank you for all of the support lately. You've been amazing. So I'm going to go special items between 300 and 500k to hopefully find some cool team of the season players that I want to use. And that's exactly what happens on page number 3. We spot a little wild 95 rated David Silva, who I'm seriously curious about. I don't know if he's usable, terrible, but I damn well want to try him out in today's video. So that is what we're going to go for random pick player number 1. And then on page number 6, it was a toss-up between a few of those icons, the team of the year Dani Alves, but eventually I've gone for the player which a lot of people would just gloss over and never use, Sergio Busquets, team of the season. Again, how usable is a player like that? I would be interested to know. And then our final page, which is page 9, it was a pretty obvious option for me. It was to choose the 90 rated left wing Premier League team of the season player. That is Sadio Mane. He looks monstrous. I've used him before. I know he's monstrous, but I haven't used him in today's setting, in the random pick, all of that sort of stuff. So this is what we're going to go for. In episode number 33, we're going to try, well, we're going to start out with a 4-3-3 number 3, with the ambition and the aim to change formation in game to put our players in the positions where I really want to use them. So this is how things are going to start out. Left CM, or should I say left central defensive mid for Busquets, central centre mid for David Silva, and then left wing for Sadio Mane. And I told you I've been splurging today. Like, we've gone for a very expensive, cool looking squad. So we start in goal with Tots Alisson. Brazilian, plays for Roma, who links off to Manolas, who then obviously gets a link out to Bruno Perez. But the two centre-backs today are 86 Nacho Fernandez and then 84 Manolas, like two overpowered, very pacey centre-backs. And then right back, left back, we've gone once again for 88 Gaia. I know he's been in a couple videos lately, but he's in the club and he's worth trying out. He gets that strong link to Busquets as well. And then Bruno Perez for birthday. I've had him for ages. Quite a fun little right back. He gets up and down that pitch very well. Yaya Toure is then in the squad, but our first random pick player today is 92 rated Sergio Busquets, team of the season. And you might look at those first two stats of 57 pace, 78 shooting, and just completely and utterly not bother caring about this player. Like, do we need him in the squad? No, definitely not. He's not meta. And nor is this guy, David Silva. But he has been given some awesome stats. 83 pace, 90 shooting, 97 dribbling, and 99 passing. That's right. He actually looks pretty good. They've given him quite a lot of pace boost. And I have been so curious to use him all week. And finally I will get the chance to do so. And then the two random filler spots in here are actually going to be Tots Sterling and Tots Firmino. Why not, right? You know, like I said, I wanted to make this squad pretty awesome today. I needed a strong link to Mane and also a strong link to Yaya. So those two seem like the perfect choices. Now 90 rated Sadio Mane is our third random pick player today. He's got a whopping 97 pace. He's also got 92 dribbling, 90 shooting, great passing and physical, 4-star skills, 3-star weak foot. I wonder if that weak foot will come into play and be a bit of an issue for us. But this right here is how I wanted the team to start. It works chemistry-wise, but it's not ideal for FUT. I don't feel like this formation is super usable. So this is what I wanted to change it to in-game. So basically, it's not much different from what we've got, but it's definitely a more usable formation. Busquets still plays in a CDM role, which is perfect for him. And then David Silva plays as a central cam to get super involved, with Mane playing either a left cam to still be quite wide, or as an out-and-out striker, so that we can hopefully use him and get some goals with him as well as linking up, you know, with David Silva. So that was the plan, and that is what I pretty much did for quite a lot of it. You can see, like, even right there, Mane was out wide. He was out wide as my wide cam. Sometimes he's up front. You'd notice it from different games here. I played like 4 or 5 games and got loads and loads of goals. This team was pretty monstrous, as you can well imagine, having all of these Tots players in there. So we get on quite well with it. I actually managed to score in a few games that we played, I got 3 goals with Busquets, which worries me a little bit because one, like, yeah, it's great and all that. I managed to score goals with a random pick player. What the hell is Busquets doing in the box? I want him to be my CDM. So he almost gets like negative points for the positioning at that stage. But then, yeah, well done. Great that you know, this is actually a player which you can kind of shoot. He's not got the best shot in the world, but he's way more composed than someone like Bakayoko or something on the game. So yeah, that's something. And they're fairly good in the air as well. That was quite a nice header from the corner. Looping around and over past the goalkeeper and past that Robertson on the line, I think it was, that couldn't quite manage to block it. Now we move on to the goals with David Silva, and I was actually blown away. I never thought he'd be great. I really didn't think he'd be that usable at all. But he's so good. He's sick. I kind of want to keep him. Like, I don't want to get rid. Because you can see the goals that I'm scoring. They're like pile drivers. They're very powerful, very accurate shots. And that one was 4 minutes into the first game. That was the first shot I took with David Silva. And it was on the run, on the turn. And he managed to get that behind it. Very, very good. And I really appreciated him in game. Just because I was actually playing a very, very slow passing style of play today. I think you need to realise that he's not the most physical. He's got a god-awful weak foot, and those things are always going to be seen as negatives for him. But the pace and shooting boost that they've given him, and as well as having great dribbling and great passing, he's actually become someone that I would class as kind of usable on this game and a whole lot of fun. Like, for me, he was super usable. This is online seasons. This is not weekend league. Whether or not he might, you know, falter a little bit in that sense, you never know, like, unless you actually use him in that game mode. Now, we now move on to the goals that I got with Mane. And Mane, once again, was prolific, very quick. When he played in that sort of striker role, yeah, you're going to get loads of opportunity to use that heel click and then get up to full pace and then sprint past defenders like they're not even there. That is something that you're going to be able to do with Tots Sadio Mane. And then as a winger, you can really push that pace to the limits again, really test those fullbacks and then cut inside, go for a little finesse, go for a whippy cross to the back post for someone else to nod home. Versatile player where the weak foot is once again a little bit of a problem, a bit like David Silva, but not so much of a problem because this is 3-star weak foot and he's got solid shooting stats. And you can just see the passing movement and the great play from my squad, and it ends up with a weak foot goal. So that's a great example of exactly what you can do with a team like this. You know, lovely play and then a solid goal. And then I think my opponent here for some reason took a corner with his keeper. I didn't realise until I was nearly at the goal that his keeper was actually chasing me back. I thought that was a ref. And I was expecting to come up against the keeper, so I rainbow flicked the defender, bang it into the back of the net. See you later, my friend. So those are the goals that we got on today's episode, and we can now talk about the players. So Alisson in goal. Thumbs up from me. I like him. He's a good keeper in the Calcio A. Recommended by Lasty for sure. Right back, left back, they're both quite attacking. Gaia's got the defensive ability to actually help out and do stuff at the back though. Bruno Perez not so much. I feel like he's more of a winger than he is a defender at this stage of the game, which can be annoying and kind of detrimental to your squad. Whereas the two centre-backs are great. You know, Manolas, super OP, always going to be. And then Nacho Fernandez does a brilliant job as always. I like him on this game. Composed defender for sure. Yaya Toure holding down that midfield nicely with Sergio Busquets. And of course has loads of good links off to the likes of Silva and Sterling. He's a pretty usable player on FUT 18. I really like the FUT birthday. But this is Sergio Busquets. I'm going to give him a 6.5 out of 10 and a 3-star value for money. Cost me 172k. I feel like that's a lot for someone that's not super usable, but as a CDM does quite a good job, but he's well out of position all of the time, and I find that to be a problem. David Silva, on the other hand, is going to get a 4.5-star value for money because he's 300k for a 95 rated Prem Tots, who I think is really, really good. 9 out of 10 instead of any higher because that weak foot and that strength is always going to be a bit of an issue. But don't get me wrong, I think he's usable. I genuinely rated him quite highly in today's squad. Obviously, we got on really well with Sterling, my favourite top so far, and then Roberto Firmino was brilliant as always. I paid 490k for him, and at the time of recording, he's like 590k. He's gone way back up again. I don't know what's happened, but I got him at the right time. I bought him just before the FUT Champions rewards came out on Thursday, and obviously that was a great time. Same for Mane. I paid 227. He is a 5-star value for money player and a 9 out of 10. So same rating out of 10 as David Silva, but yeah, a more usable player, great value for money. Weak foot's a bit of an issue. Sometimes he's just, I don't know, sometimes he just goes off course a little bit, but other than that, ridiculous player on FIFA 18. Love him to bits. So that's the random pick for today, guys. I do hope you have enjoyed. If you have, I would greatly appreciate your thumbs up on the video. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Most importantly, have a lovely day, and I will catch you next time. Peace.